All right, Shalom, this is your brother Shamar from the Phoenix camp. With that being said, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakakadash, double honors to the others of Great Millstone. Peace and salutation to the brothers that are doing this work. And true sincerity, man, because the Lamentations of 5 and 1, it says, remember, O Yahweh, what has come upon us. So what has come upon us, man? You know what's come upon us is the loss of our inheritance, of our heritage, man. What's come upon us is the loss of our identity. But as you see what's going on, we're slowly gaining that identity back, man. Now you can say slowly. It's fast approaching that the so-called Black, Latino, Native American are being told that they're Israelites, man. Well, not so much the Latino, Native American, because the focus is on Judah right now, so-called Negroes, and the reason being the focus is on Judah because they are the head tribes. So when you see these Kanye West and these other people, talking about Hebrews to Negroes, you gotta understand the fact too that the so-called Latinos and the so-called Native Americans are also fall into that category of being Hebrews or Hebrew Israelites, man. So that's what come upon us. What come upon us is a taking away of our heritage. Let's keep on going. It says, remember, O Yahweh has come upon us, consider and behold our reproach. And it's a reproach because, to get that word reproach, a scorn, a taunt, a condition of shame and disgrace. It's a reproach unto us because of our Shalakia, of our lack of integrity toward the Most High, of our lack of integrity toward the laws and the commandments, of our committing adultery against the Most High, man, and following after these other gods, following after other philosophies. We have committed adultery because we are the Lord's woman. So there's a shame put upon us for that reason, man. And that shame was put upon us by the Most High Himself. It says our inheritance is turned to strangers, so their inheritance, you see that? Let's get the word inheritance. It says possession, property, inheritance, heritage, not only our land, but our identity has been turned, or let's get the word turned over to strangers, our houses to aliens. We are orphans and fatherless, our mothers as widows. We have drunken our water for money. Our wood is sold unto us. Our necks are under a persecution. We labor and we have no rest. So those conditions right there, they perfectly describe the condition of the so-called Black, Latino, Native American. Orphans, fatherless, mothers as widows, necks being under persecution. They specifically describe the conditions of our people. Those verses, along with the verses in Deuteronomy 20th chapter, which talk about the curses. So you see how these scriptures they fit to the description of a people whose inheritance was taken away and who a reproach was put upon. So when you sit back and you look and you think and you meditate and you put these puzzle pieces together, it's describing the so-called Black, Latino, Native American because we are the Hebrew Israelites according to the Bible. And it was prophesied in the scriptures that this was going to happen to us because of our lack of integrity, because of our sin, because of our disobedience to the Most High in His covenant. Let's get Psalm 79 and 1. Psalm 79 and 1 it says, "Oh Yahweh, the heathen are coming to that inheritance." Let's get the word heathen. Salak. The nations or the Gentiles. It says, "O Yahweh, the heathen are coming to an inheritance. The holy temple of the defiled. They've laid Jerusalem on heaps. The dead bodies of servants have they given to meat unto the fowls of heaven, the flesh of the saints, and unto the beasts of the earth. Their blood have they shed like water round about Jerusalem. There was none to bury them." We become, and this is the point I wanted to get right here, verse 4. We've ever seen back in Lamentations, we are become a reproach to our neighbors, a scorn and a derision to them that are round about us. You see that, man? So our low condition is described in the Holy Scriptures. Our condition of scorn, our condition of derision. Let's get that word derision. Our condition of reproach is defined in the Holy Scriptures. Ridicule, man. Because hey, we're clowns in the eyes of these people. We're amusement to them. The whole world makes fun of the so-called Black, Latino, Native American man. Now you can't tell me that's not true. So we have become a ridicule to these people, a joke. So these scriptures, which describe the state of the Israelites in the last days, can only apply to one particular group of people on earth, and that is the so-called Black, Latino, Native American, man. If the Spirit's working with you, and you have a little bit of common sense, like we said, you'll apply to you'll fit these two puzzle pieces together, and you'll come up with the simple conclusion that the so-called Black, Latino, Native American are the Israelites that the Bible speaks of. It says, "How long, O Lord, wilt thou be angry forever? Shall thy jealousy burn like fire?" And that's what we ask, man. Once you've woken up, you want to know how long. Because once you know that you're an Israelite, and once you get into these scriptures and you get called into this truth, you live a very vexed life. Sometimes to the point it's unbearable, man. And in those states of it, that being unbearable, you cry out to the Lord, "How long? How long, O Lord?" There's many scriptures that start with that particular phrase, "How long, O Lord?" Let's see if I can find some. Here's a few examples of men crying out to the Lord, to better their condition, and that's what we cry out. We cry out, "How long?" This is Psalm 6 and 3. My soul is also sore vexed. Like I said, when you come into this truth, you become vexed of all the situations and injustices and things that you got to go through, man. And sometimes, like I said, sometimes it's to the point where it's unbearable, and at those points of being unbearable, we cry out, "How long?" It says, "My soul is also sore vexed, but thou, Yahweh, how long?" So we constantly cry out to the Lord, "How long?" We constantly crying out to the Lord, "How long are we got to be in this condition of vexation, this condition of poverty, this condition of our women going off, this condition of shame, this condition of lowliness, the condition of working to breaking our backs at a job that pays us nothing, the condition of just things not being correct." We cry out, "How long, man?" Because you got to understand the condition that our people have been in for hundreds and hundreds of years. And when you realize there's a purpose to all of this, you cry out, "How long, man?" Psalms 13:1, it says, "How long will thou forget me, O Yahweh, forever? How long will thou hide thy face from me?" Because sometimes it feels that way, man. It feels that way when you're going through trials and tribulations. You're going through vexation of the world around you. It feels that the Most High has hid his face from you. And in those times you cry out, "How long, man?" And that's what we do. We cry out, "How long?" We cry out to the Lord to hasten his prophecies so these can be said right, man. Through the destruction of America, the destruction of the Edomites, and the setting up of the kingdom of righteousness under Yahweh Shai. So let's get a few more scriptures. Let's get Isaiah. Well, I'm gonna finish this. "How long will I be angry forever? Shall thy jealousy burn like fire? Pour out the wrath upon the heathen." So see, you gotta understand that we wish our enemies to be done away with, just like they wish us to be done away with. Pour out thy wrath on the heathen that have not known thee. And we ask the Lord to do this for us, because Scripture said that revenge belongs to him. We're not going to take up arms or anything like that. All we're going to do is clearly and plainly break down the Scriptures. Just pour out thy wrath upon the heathen that have not known thee, and upon the kingdoms that have not called upon thy name. Why? Because they're perpetrating a false God, man. They're perpetrating a false idea, a false religion. That the heart calls it plantation Christianity. They're perpetrating something that's not true. They're promoting something that's not true. For they'll devour Jacob and lay waste to dwelling place. Because Christianity has destroyed our people, man. Christianity has been one of the greatest downfalls and one of the greatest reasons of the death of our people is Christianity. For the poverty of our people is Christianity. So they have devoured Jacob, laid waste to his dwelling place. That's only not spiritually, but also physically. The land of Israel that stands today. This is the foul place. Come on, let's get rid of this. Still, remember not against us former iniquities. Let thy tender mercy speedily prevent us, for we are brought very low. So see. So once again, the Israelites are described as being in a low condition, and you can't say that the Ish people are in a low condition. As a matter of fact, they're in a prosperous condition. As a matter of fact, they're in such a prosperous condition that they run pretty much everything. They're the gatekeepers of money and fame and power. So these scriptures can't be describing them. It says, remember not against us form iniquity like that, turn and mercifully prevent us, for we are brought very low. So that describes our people, man, and we cry out to the Lord that He soon reverses our condition and brings us back in that state of righteousness and obedience unto Him. It says, verse 9, help us, O Yahweh, power of our salvation, for that glory of thy name. Deliver us and purge away our sins for thy name's sake. Wherefore should the heathen say, where is their power? Let them be known among the heathen our sight by the revenging of the blood of the servant which is shed. Let the sign of the prisoner come before thee, according to the greatness of thy power, preserve thou those that are appointed to die. See? But there's many that are appointed to death. And then you go to Psalm 82 chapter, it describes the enemies of the Lord, and they are appointed for destruction, along with two-thirds of our people for the continued disobedience. It says, to render to a neighbor sevenfold in the bosom the reproach wherewith they have reproached thee, O Yahweh. So we, thy people, and chief of thy pasture, will give thee thanks forever. We shall show forth thy praise to all generations. That time is soon coming, man. At that time, a time is coming where we are being put back in good favor with the Most High. We are going to be back in a state of righteousness and authority in the world. And then for that, we cry out, how long, man? We cry out to the Heavenly Father because we are in a very vexed, very low, very just poor condition, to put it plainly. So there's many scriptures that describe the condition of the Israelites, and none of them fit the so-called small hatters. But with that being said, man, just a few scriptures, uh, that clearly and plainly describe our people, proving that we are the Israelites. Both I wouldn't hope the lesson was edifying. Instead, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Kahala Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Brothers, keep on pushing. Shalom.